You can be fast, you can be cheap, you can even be efficient in this space, right? But one thing that's going to make the difference, one thing that's going to separate the losers from the winners, guys, is going to be compliance. It's going to be auditability. Okay? Now check out what Mikkel says because it's starting to make a lot of sense. And this is what I've been trying to explain as far as the capabilities and abilities that your layer ones are able to do, right? At the layer one level, guys, they want to consolidate. They want a one-stop shop to where we can access and bring all these capabilities and use cases into one ecosystem. That is the XRP ledger, guys. Check it out.
Hurdles, and one of the biggest things, this is something that I had never thought about, but something that's going to make a huge difference. Audits and compliance is one of the biggest hurdles and one of the biggest things that slows down any financial institution. And what Ripple is building is essentially a way of moving value, like David Schwartz said, that is instantaneously auditable and makes it so there's a clear transaction history. That is exactly what happened, right? There's no hiding it. There's no reporting after the fact. There's no gathering the data and then putting it over here and then making sure other people's data reflect your data. The movement of data is the same as the movement of value. This is something that he clearly jumps on and said is going to be a very big deal in terms of converting these people to blockchain technology. It's like not only do you get the speed benefit, not only do you get the transparency, but you also get actually more regulatory compliant in the process. This is going to be a really big deal for a lot of financial institutions. And if Ripple can deliver a more compliant solution, people might literally have no choice but to abandon things like Swift because the last thing they ever want to do is get stuck out of compliance. They can be willing to have slow transaction times, and they might be willing to suffer from slow transaction times for 5 to 10 years. But when it comes to compliance, that is a monumental issue for them. And if they can get a way to do better compliance that's also faster and cheaper, that's just one more thing that's going to make the switch even more obvious over to the XRP ledger. And I want to finish this video off real quick because we already